Alright, here we are on a Satisfactory Saturday. I jumped on after work because I keep remembering and then get distracted and forget that we have radar towers. So I built two. I jumped on them when I got home from work. Didn't record it because, well, I just want to build a couple of radar towers before I forgot again and actually look to see exactly how they work, what they are. And I can tell you, I am very glad that I did. If we have a quick look at the map here, it actually tells us what's around. It doesn't tell us where, but at least it says what's there, and there's a couple of hard drives. Now, I have two hard drives. Instead, it also tells us what animals are around. And I believe we've actually got to go up to it, do we? Okay, I've got a lot of crates I've got to get rid of too. One of the first things we are going to do is get our train back up and running now. I modified my exploration train. I put 5 carriages on it. This is our northeast run. It's got the 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will get him back up and running. Down on self-drive. Adios. And yeah, my exploration, I ended up turning it around. I put the well, I had to put the locomotive at the front, otherwise it wouldn't dock. And don't push any other buttons while you're docking, because otherwise you've got to go in and cancel docking even though it gets done. We do have a few things in here that I've put in there, but basically I wanted to clear out our silicon factory, and I've modified that just a little bit. So we now have the silicon going into its own. A little bit further up, we've got on the third station, or the third platform rather, so we can pick it up and bring it all the way up here to our bauxite or alumina refinery. Hey, how come you're empty, buddy? That train should not be empty. I'm going to actually pull in here. I wasn't going to, but I think I kind of have to. Because that train should not be empty. We should have product in this. And we do. Why did it not pick up from here? We do have product in here. Why did our train not collect this? Why did our train not collect? From here? I guess it's not too much of an issue because we do have room, but we'll keep an eye on that for sure. We've got to go backwards. I can't get out this way. Come on, back up. There we go. And we also have to make sure our silicon. Now, I didn't adjust anything at the silicon factory apart from where things actually get put. So we have to adjust that because we need 400 silica per minute up here at our aluminum refinery centre. And well, that's 2 stacks a minute, so we're going to have a look, see how much our train can carry, how often we need to, well, bring the train up here, I guess, is the way to think of it. And then we might even sit him somewhere and go, we also need to bring copper ingot, and in doing that, we're going to have to set it up so it does multiple trips to the silicon factory, and the occasional trip to get some copper ingots. As you see, I haven't done any other work up this end at this stage. I literally just put in the radar towers. Will come up here and I'll come back. I've got one. There it is there. Next to our space elevator. You can see off in the distance. We'll go and have a look at that, and then we will look at now. When I built the railway, I accidentally left all the power hooked up. And then I went up and I had a look, and I can't see where. Oh, a tiny little bit of clipping. I'm not really happy with that, but I'm not going to change it. This train station should be a little bit higher, but I really should rebuild it all, shouldn't I? I should. Clipping through here, if I lift it, see if I lift it up a touch though, all of this has to come up. And then if I lift it right up so we don't clip here, it's going to be quite high. And I don't really want to make it too much higher, so I'm actually, and forgive me for this guys, but I'm actually just going to leave it. And the same with this, if we bring it up higher, this becomes even more of an issue. The tiniest little bit is clipping, so we're just going to leave it as it is. It works. But yeah, we should have got, because all these switched on, which means in theory my bauxite miner should have switched on, but I never saw any bauxite back, or come down I should say, and it's not like I ran up there straight away. I did give it quite a bit of time. I actually finished making all of this as to where it is now, obviously with some foundations missing, some supports. I couldn't really see anything, so I'm not 100% certain I have it hooked up properly. So I'm going to investigate that before I get everything up and running properly. These guys are still going really good. Everything is working excellently so far, and well, we are starting to get into the more complex recipes and things, especially with this bauxite. So there's going to be a lot of behind the scenes calculation, number crunching, that sort of thing. So here's our radar tower, and as you can see, it gives us a lovely little map. It was actually at one point showing me all the different ore nodes have seem to have disappeared. So we got 9 hard drives just in this one area. So we are going to put some hard drives into the MAM, that is for sure. A little bit of support missing there as well. I haven't finished off. It's purely, some of this stuff I haven't done is purely aesthetics. Do we have a hard drive in here? No, I know I've got 2 somewhere, or should do. I know I took one back to the hub a little while ago when I did my radar towers, but I don't know where I put the second one. So that is a slight concern because I don't have it either. But nevertheless, there's another 9 around, so we have more than enough. More than enough. And as to why I don't see too many crates, here we go, that's why. So that's all my nodes. That's so we actually get more than just what the radar tower is showing us as well. Interesting. Because I don't have radar out here, that's for sure. But I have gone and found these, and I haven't claimed any of these either, have I? Iron ore, copper, impure. Oh, that's 30 a minute. I need, what is it, 80 per minute, I believe. Let's have a quick look. And ding ding ding, coal, scrap silica, copper ingots, 40 at the moment. And if we upgrade to Mark III miners on the bauxite, we will need 80 a minute. More copper, more iron. So we have a fair bit of stuff around. And is this oh my god, how did I get a crate out there? Good lord. So we are going to, now I'm not going to bother with these ones. We have some, I know that there's copper out there as well, that's why I sort of put that out there. Oh, we got some iron ore, so we might leave that for a later thing. Got some sulfur not far from where we are getting our coal. This is our little refinery here, so we're going to utilise that at some point, that is for sure. So yeah, I just wanted to show that I keep forgetting. I keep getting out. I always wanted to put one here. This is where we stand and look at our lovely oil field underway. Very, very familiar vantage point. And yeah, radar towers. They do cost a little bit, and they do have to be powered to work, obviously. There we go. But 9 hard drives and 41 blue slugs, just in that one yellow circle. So there are obviously lots and lots of hard drives around. And looking at this, we need 400 silica. So that would be two stacks per minute that we're going to be short with on our silica. I can actually take this, can't I? So we're going to have a look, see what our train can carry, and I'm going to set it up so that the train does enough trips to the silica plant before going, because the copper at that heavy modular frame factory, that's just going to pump out absolutely heaps of copper ingots, more than we need for this place, heaps more. So I'm going to set it up so that what we have is silicon will come in, and then the ratio of silicon to copper, it will do one trip to the copper, probably come back fully loaded, put it in the same thing. And of course our smart splitter down here that we have set up to split them up. And if one of these is over full, it's gonna mess up the whole thing, because I do not have a sink for the overflow. So that is one solution to resolve the problem, is to put a sink in. We can probably put one in underneath, or not. We will find room to put one in, that is for sure. And then we're going to switch it all on. All I'm going to do is hook power from this train station to that power point there, and we are up and running, and it should power the entire, should power all of the hypertubes, all of the coal section. And another thing, when you set up your coal power plants, and I will show you when we switch it all on, is disengage one. I usually leave the very last one in the line not hooked up to the main power, so that it doesn't switch itself on, and then let everything fill up with coal and water, and then just hook up the power line to the last one, and everything should be primed and we should be ready to go. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 32. So a train can take 32 stacks. So I'll do some maths off camera, and we will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And 5, 6 are 32. I'll do some maths off camera as to how often we need to send it to go and get coal. To go and get copper ingots. Get all this up and running basically, and then we can start Alumina. The other thing I have to do There we go. The other thing I have to do, of course, is utilise what we're actually going to be making, and I have not done that yet either. So we're going to go back quickly to the MAM. Sorry to waste your time coming out here. It was a little bit of an error on my part. We need to go back to put some hard drives in the MAM. We can of course construct one of them out in the field. The only thing we can't construct out in the field is the hub. So we will be putting an MAM out in the field as the hard drives, like we did before when we did exploration over in that area. I'll see if I can get some more too. The handheld, another thing that I haven't actually used is the handheld scanner. Now I want to slow down here because I'm going the wrong way. I'm following the other train, that's what I'm doing, isn't it? We'll just go for a run. So I'm going to set it up so that there is or is that already the third platform? We can of course set our trains up. Second one, no, so I can set a third one up there, and we've got the room for it, so the copper ingots won't be an issue, and they are ingots coming through. I've got smelters at the mine, and we'll set it up. We can, that's what I was going to say, we can set it up that if we do have, and which I've done with the northeast run, going out to the silica quartz area, that it only collects quartz from there, and we will set the new train up, and I'm going to make a 3-carriage train and have it as a separate train. I know it uses power, but we will set that up to only pick up silica so that we can get our silica to where it needs to go, and we want to go left here. And it is possible our other train is already back, so I do not want to run in and derail it again. Yeah, it is back. There we go. Can we get a little bit further up? Yes, we can. Can I change that? Why can't I change this way? Why can't I change this? I should be able to change this on the fly. There we go, thank you very much. And we'll part this back in the middle of where it started from. We should use the hub tubes. Very curious as to why that didn't pick anything up. Yeah, I know I had troubles with the trucks, so hopefully I'm not going to have troubles with the trains, because that is going to be somewhat annoying, I must admit. Although I don't mind, because I can do it from the train station, I don't mind so much having to send them off again like I just did with that one, but I'm a little bit concerned that it didn't pick anything up. Well, greatly concerned, I should say, that it didn't pick anything up. Let's just have a quick look, and I can't because it is currently docking, and you can't access the train or the platform while it is docking, and it's docking because I've got it to sit here and wait. If you remember, I had it at unload and wait for a certain amount of time. We are unloading the concrete still, which I put in basically just to get rid of it out of my inventory at the time. So yeah, and then these guys, well, radio control units, we need the casing, and with this one, modular engines, we need smart plating. Now, I thought I had turned the smart plating back on. It is possible that it's just taking its time to come through. And that is actually over there, isn't it? And we should, there it is. Alright, so we got some reinforced plates coming across. Did I make it? I did. And we should have smart plating, is this one, I believe. It is, and we need rotors. I am pretty sure I turned all this back on. Ah, have I messed up? I have to. Okay. Screws. I never turned back on the screws. So is that lined up? Oh, reasonably well. Let's do it the easy way, shall we? Any one of these for now. Up you go. You can sit it there. And I want to come back in at one, so you can sit there. And we'll put one of these in just to make sure. And I am... Oh, I am too close. Alright, so you need to go there. Get rid of you and put Mark 4 in. There we go. How do I get up there? So, I'll get these quickly back up and running so that we are producing some of our higher end pieces of equipment again. It's going to be over here, and then I am going to that's because of that ramp, isn't it? That's because of that ramp. So you go in, you come out. Yeah, so yep, you go in as rods, and that means my screws will be here. Do I run them back upstairs or do I run them back downstairs? Let's actually run them back downstairs. That way I can get rid of that completely. There we go. And we want you to receive. So yeah, that's sort of my plan. And basically the radar towers is where we were at, because I thought, well, you know what? Why are you a splitter? Because screws also went down there. Okay. Excuse me while I try and remember what it is exactly that we had done in here in the past. Now what I like to do is grab one of these and actually bring this back the other way and make it nice and snug and tight, and you need to go that way like so. Now we can get rid of that. And we're going to need another one of them here. Now how should we run this? That's basically along there, so we can run it that way. And we get our Mark 4. No, that's not going to work. It's going to have to be run that way. And if I were to go straight there, that's going to look a little bit... As I'm sure with most people, I am... Oh, I didn't need to do that, did I? I am actually a little bit OCD. Not much, just a little bit. Enough to... Why are you... Interesting. Sometimes the way this thing snaps the stuff is a little bit... what the? And I think that's one of the issues. There we go. Now, are we getting screwed? Now, I think also that's one of the... Yes, we are. Look at that. Now we are going to get rotors back up and running. And we'll get our smart plating back up and running. So that's done that. Things don't always hook up properly, and I wonder if that's why I didn't see any bauxite in my refineries over at the bauxite place. It could explain why I saw nothing come down. We have a slight issue. I'm full. Okay. Grab you. I think I might know where my other hard drive is, so we'll scan that. There it is. I can't take both, can I? Oh, we definitely need to upgrade our inventory. So far, can we get inventory slots with any of this stuff? What about quartz? Nope. And I am making nobelisks too. Nobelisks. So we might be able to finish that while we are here, and they are here, and I have none. What do you mean I have none? We have a breakdown. Coal and sulfur, which I do not have coming in. Ah, that's why I'm not making nobelisks. And what's the bet? I need black powder to make them. That would be my guess. Black powder and silk pipe, not a problem. The black powder, though, is an issue. Coal and sulfur. We might even, off camera, I might even go back to the compacted coal factory, i.e. We don't need to do anymore. That one there, and set one of the compacted coal producers up to do black powder, and just, well, I don't really want to, because then I've got to run and get it. I don't want that much black powder. I don't want my train stopping there all the time either. I'll have a think about that. I might make some off camera, and then we can get the nobelisks up and running. It is black powder, I believe, that we need, not smokeless. Is that correct? It is. Beautiful. So we don't need to run to our oil field to turn it into smokeless black powder. We just need the plain black powder. So we've got it. Coal, sulfur. So I have some. And of course, the other thing we need to do, and when we get our aluminum up and running, it's going to be coming into this train station here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going to be coming into the first two. We're going to be getting AutoCAD sheets, and we're going to be getting aluminium casings as well, which is going to be good, because then we can start with our other processes and parts that we need. And what I'm going to do is, because I'm pretty sure, this is where we put this stuff. Aha. Right, so we're going to put them down in here, basically. And we're going to have casings and all clad sheet. So first one is casing, a second one is sheet, and the other thing that we need to put in, of course, are these. I'll do all three of them. So then we run downstairs, just real quick, and it's not this lot, it is this one is my casing, and that should be overflow, and we'll put aluminium casing in there, and then the next one overflow, and we'll put our sheets in here, and we just need to hook them up. Alright, now I can get that stuff delivered, and it will get sorted and stored appropriately / accordingly. And I'm going to actually start utilizing some of this space, probably here, and we'll start manufacturing some radio control units on a ongoing basis, and we'll see what else we can do with our sheets and our casing once we get some more recipes up and running, or rather unlocked, I should say. Hopefully these couple of hard drives, and I might even go looking for some off camera. Not you. You are now up and running. That is absolutely beautiful. We are back doing our modular motors, so they're going to get stored in their appropriate storage bin. we've got the bottom 2 items coming in, and we need 40 per minute. We're going to make more than 40 a minute, and I'm not overly fussed if I don't keep this stuff back here at the central hub up and operational 24/7. So if we run out of some, yeah, it's not too bad. We're going to have 240 a minute, and when we upgrade, we're going to have 480 aluminium casing every minute. So barring that, there's not anything else I can actually manufacture. Gas filters, but I've got a few of them, and I don't mind making them by hand because they're reasonably quick. You just carry, one stack of 50. It's going to last a while, and if I run out, I can just build another workbench and make some more. So that's where we're at. I'm going to spend today, getting it ready to be turned on, and then we will come back. I will tell you, I will designate. No, I'm going to dump. Yes, I will. Right, so I'm going to designate 2 of these storage bins temporarily as coal and sulfur. I won't have them sort and store. I will put it in manually. I'll empty all of everything I'm carrying and go down and get a full load of each and bring it back and get those novelisks back up and running, so that we can do some more MAM research and finish that quartz tree and keep working on the sulfur one. We have to get some all-clad sheet, which is why I'm building the aluminum refinery production facility, and that's what I'm going to be working on today, is the figures for how we need our train to run to keep it going without overloading it too much. If it doesn't work with the copper ingots, then I'm going to have to put a sink in for the overflow for the copper. But I'll show you how I end up doing it in a little bit, I guess. It'd probably be a little bit for you, but it'll be a while for me. I definitely want to have the train, and I'm going to see if I can set that up where the train goes to one station being the Northern Quartz, down to the Alumina refinery, back to the Northern Quartz, and we'll do that at multiple times. We may sit him there and tell him to wait until he's fully loaded, or I'll probably do some calculations and I might even sit him up at the Alumina refinery and tell him to wait there so that this train can access the Northern Quartz when it needs to. Otherwise they'll both be stuck there, and that'll hold everything up. And then I'll show you what I've done anyway once I've figured it out. Then we'll switch it on and we can go for a hypertube ride, and we'll go look at our bauxite miners, make sure they're operating properly, make sure the conveyor belts are running properly, and we're producing sheet. Now that's the other thing, that same train will be bringing the sheet and the casings back here. So I hopefully with the amounts that it produces, because I've got 2 separate platforms for them, they won't produce more than what we are bringing in. So our train will always clear it before it gets full. That's the theory anyway. I haven't done the maths, but that's the theory. So yeah, we have a couple of radar towers. I wanted to show you them because I keep forgetting. I will get the scanner at some point, but it does take an inventory slot, unless I can put it in my hands. Problem solved, we'll put it in our hands, and there's my other radar tower. I thought there'd be a couple of good strategic spots. The 2 circles, where are they? Because I think I can access them from here. I can. And you can see just here how oh, beautiful, research is done. You can see here how they overlap just a little bit, which is what we want. You can also see my other oil field. I've claimed one. Actually, I've think I'll probably claim more than one, to be honest. Ooh, and the radar tower opens up the map. Maybe I don't want to build too many because I use the dark areas. Like, I know I haven't explored here. And I like to leave it dark so that I can. I know exactly where I have and haven't been. It's effectively what how I've been doing it. So too many radar towers and we're gonna not know where we have and haven't been exploring. But we have two, so I'm gonna leave them up. I didn't see how much power they actually take, so I'll leave that as a surprise for you guys. These found out. Oh, and I want to get up there and I want to blow that up. Do we have any? I've got one. Okay, we definitely need to make some more of them. And I've got to get some more rifle ammo. I'm down at 80, so let's do that before we forget, because as you probably noticed, I have a bad habit of getting distracted and forgetting what I am doing, or forgetting what I wanted to do, I should say. In here, we will put you in and we'll take you out. There we go. Stock back up on ammo, so yeah, I definitely need to build more Monopolis because I've only got one left. We're going to do that. I'm going to blow that rock up, organise the train, do my calculations, get everything set up and running, and then we will come back and I'll try and do my best to remember to come back to you guys before we turn on the Alumina refinery, and we can watch it power up, and I'll show you how it power up my coal generators, I should say, to get efficiency and constant running so that we don't get any spikes in our power. Speaking of power, how are we looking for power? One, you'll do it. Max. Ooh. See, our production is swaying back and forth just a little bit, isn't it? I think one of our coal generators is playing up again. I'm going to have to go back to that second. I'm going to have to go back to that second setup and change it. Redesign it, because I don't have anything else hooked up running power. So there's nothing like the geothermals that should be fluctuating. I know they do, but I don't. I know I've built one, but it's not hooked up. So it shouldn't be registered, it shouldn't be counted. We definitely have an issue. What are we looking at here? 39 to 41. Yeah, we're about 150, so I think one of my coal generators is not working properly. So we're going to go and do that, and we will be back. But I got something a little bit more interesting to show you, I guess. Enjoy. I hope you're having a great weekend, and we will catch up very, very shortly.